Exodus 10. The plagues of locusts and darkness. Egypt was already hurting from hail that smashed trees and fields, but Pharaoh still refused to let God's people go. Then God spoke to Moses again.
"Go to Pharaoh,"
God said,
"for I have hardened his heart, so that he will see my signs and know that I am the Lord. Tell your children and grandchildren how I showed my power, so they will remember who I am."
So Moses and Aaron went to Pharaoh and said, "How long will you refuse to obey God? Let my people go so they may worship me. If you refuse, God will send locusts that will eat everything left in your land." Pharaoh's officials looked worried. "Please let the people go," they told him. "Egypt is already ruined." Pharaoh sighed and told Moses and Aaron to come back. "Who exactly will be going?" he asked. Moses said, "Everyone, our old people, our young people, our sons and daughters, and our animals. God has called all of us to worship him." But Pharaoh shook his head. "No, only the men may go. The rest must stay." Then he ordered Moses and Aaron to leave the palace. So God said to Moses,
"Stretch out your hand over Egypt, so the locusts will come."
Moses lifted his staff, and a strong wind blew all day and all night. By morning, millions of locusts covered Egypt, eating leaves, grass, fruit, crops, and anything the hail had not destroyed. The land looked empty and bare. Pharaoh quickly called Moses back. "I have sinned," he said. "Please ask your God to take away this plague." Moses prayed, and God sent another wind that blew the locusts into the sea. Not one locust was left. But as soon as the trouble was gone, Pharaoh hardened his heart again and refused to let the people go. Then God said,
"Stretch out your hand toward the sky, and darkness will spread over Egypt, darkness so thick it can be felt."
Moses obeyed. Suddenly, deep, heavy darkness covered Egypt. People couldn't see each other. They didn't move from their places for 3 whole days. No candles, no sunshine, no moonlight, only darkness. But in the homes of the Israelites, there was light. Their lamps glowed softly, while Egypt sat in pitch black. At last, Pharaoh called Moses. "Fine, go worship your God, but leave your animals behind." Moses shook his head. "We cannot leave our animals. We need them for worship. We must take everything with us." Pharaoh's face turned red with anger. "Get out of my sight!" he shouted. "If I see your face again, you will die." Moses answered calmly, "Just as you say, I will not appear before you again." But even as Pharaoh fumed, God was preparing one final sign, one that would change everything. Lesson for kids. Pharaoh kept saying no to God, even when the signs were clear. But God protected his people and showed that nothing is too hard for him. When we choose to obey God, his light fills our lives, even when the world around us feels dark. The end.